happy to get out to another no ball. Yeah, look, I don't really know what to say. It really hasn't sunk in, to be honest. As a kid, you dream about getting a bag of green in your first test run, then your first test 100, and so on. And I know that that double 100 sort of was in a distance from me achieving that, and I managed to get that at the WACA. But today, it just sort of sunk into me that it's very rare that you get these opportunities. Given that there's still a lot of time left in the game, and look up the scoreboard, and I think there was a time where it was like 71 overs to go still, and I think on 250 odd, I think it was. I was like, this is probably a chance I'm probably never going to get. Especially here at Adelaide Oval, the pink ball. I think, I'll cherish this moment for the rest of my life, definitely. But, more importantly, I think you look at the partnerships that we put on. Even when Smithy came out and got a quick fire 100-run partnership, and then a little cameo there with Wadey. It just shows how much pride that we have as a batting group with running between the wickets. And, we look at England and we kept on losing early wickets, worked hard to get back to where we were as a top 6 unit. But, just to go out there, it's really satisfying to put back-to-back performances on as a batting group as well. It's definitely going to obviously be a moment I'm going to cherish for the rest of my life. Yeah, look, it's obviously as I said, it's a childhood dream to get your bag of green and then so on. But to achieve, passing Sir Donald Bradman's, highest Test score, you look at it as a kid growing up and thinking, who is ever going to beat that in general? And then obviously Brian Lara goes on and gets 400. Made that look easy, and then. You had Matthew Hayden get 380. Obviously, Tubby against Pakistan, he equalled Don Bradman. I thought Michael Clark might have passed it there, but he declared. It's something that in the back of your mind, you never think you're ever going to get yourself, definitely. But when you've got an opportunity like that, you obviously try your best to try and see how good you are against the greatest that we've ever had. I don't think so at all. I think we really looked at the weather that's around tomorrow. We wanted to give ourselves a lot of time. If we could obviously have the amount of overs that we did at them tonight and try and get a couple of wickets, we so managed to get 6 wickets down. If there is a bit of rain about tomorrow, the bowlers get a good rest. Only have to come out then and you have to try and get 14 wickets in the last 2 days. So it wasn't a thing in our mind to go out there and try and get that record or anything. It was more about putting our team in the great position to actually win the test with weather about tomorrow and possibly the day after. Nah, never losing it. What kind of question is that, Pete? At the end of the day, you're going to have people who doubt you, and to be honest, through that whole campaign in that series, I always said I wasn't out of form, I was out of runs. And I say this not just in hindsight, but if I had my time again, I would have not changed my guard. I wouldn't have listened to some external noises. I would have backed myself more and bat where I have been here, outside off, leaving the ball patiently, getting my bat and pad closer together and under my nose. And I am capable of that. I just think in England you can get caught up in playing too much in front, especially with the way that I play. So, I've had to regroup coming back from England. I've hit over probably 3,500, 4,000 balls in the nets leading into Brisbane, and then obviously here as well I batted for good 2 hours per session as well. And it's not by chance that I've actually tightened all that up. I've actually been working really hard on it in the nets, and look, I've never doubted myself at all. It's one of those things where I'm a very confident person. Whether or not I scored these runs or didn't score my runs, I still hold my head up high and have that little smirk on my face that I always have.